Hello Kenzie, today we're going to do a DRA and your book is called Thin as a Stick. So I just have some questions to start off with. So first of all, I just have some questions about what type of books you like to read. So the first question is, what kind of books do you like to read?
I like to read chapter books that have occasional pictures because it also helps me picture them in my head. And I especially like authors like David Walliams because he writes really good books and I can connect to most of his books.
Great. Can you tell me about one of your favourite books?
One of my favourite books is also by David Walliams. It's Gangster Granny. I like it because I can connect to it in some ways, and it's also funny at times, and it's also very mysterious at times too.
That is a great answer. Next one. How do you choose the books that you read?
Well, most of the time I look at the title and I read the blurb and maybe a quick flick through to see if I understand most of the words. And sometimes I look at the authors, and if it has like a best book of award, I usually read it.
Okay, great, thank you. So what we're going to do now is we're going to read this book. You're going to read it to me. So this book is called Thin as a Stick. In this folk tale, Thin as a Stick, Lizard is a very fat fellow. Lizard changes after he meets Prairie Dog. So you're going to read aloud pages 2 to 4. So you're going to read all of this, and then when you see that little star there, you're going to stop for me. Okay? So just wait because we're going to put on a timer, but you don't need to worry about the timer. Okay, when you're ready, you can begin.
A long time ago, Lizard was a very fat fellow. Each day he would sit in the sun and sleep. When he was hungry, he would tip his head and tap ants with the long tongue. He didn't even move to get his food. He would just wait until the ants walked by. One day, Lizard slowly climbed up to one large rock. He slept most of the day in the warm sun under the ground. Prairie Dog was making a tunnel. By lunchtime, he was hot and tired. As Prairie Dog came up through the ground, he bumped his head on the lizard's rock. "Ouch!" he cried, popping out of the ground. "Who put this rock here?" "Not me," said Lizard as he lay down once again on the top of his rock. "Maybe you should watch where you're going." Prairie Dog was in a bad mood. "Oh yeah," he shouted. "Well, maybe you should watch where you're going." With that, Prairie Dog gave the rock a great big shove.
Great reading. Thank you, Kenzie. Okay, I'm going to ask you some questions now about what you've read. So I'm just going to close that for now. Think about the title, the pictures you have seen, and what you have read so far. Tell me 3 things that you think might happen in the rest of this story.
I think that maybe Thin as a Stick, the lizard, might get inspired to do, like maybe keep the food or not be so greedy.
Okay.
And he might become friends with Prairie Dog and might get hurt, and that's why he gets inspired.
Okay, great. Were they your 3? Okay, thank you. Rightio. So the next part, you would go and read this book now by yourself, and then you would come back to me and you would retell the story from what you remember. So I want you to now go and read that book by yourself. Thank you.
Okay.